The town of Clearwater had never thrown a party like this. Streamers danced from the trees. A jazz quartet played softly under a white tent. Laughter and glasses clinked across the sprawling backyard of Mayor Henry Gallagher's lakeside estate. After 32 years in office, he was retiring. The entire town, judges, business owners, former rivals, had gathered to toast his legacy. At 71, Henry was still sharp. White hair combed neatly, suit crisp, smile unwavering. He made the rounds, shaking hands, kissing cheeks. His daughter, Claire Gallagher, 35, crisp in a navy jumpsuit, coordinated the event like a military operation. His son, Ryan Gallagher, 38, watched from the shadows, beer in hand, jaw tight. At 8:42 p.m., the crowd gasped. A splash, a scream. A man later identified as Mason Tillman, 42, an accountant for the city, had dived into the pool. Seconds later, his body floated to the surface, limp, motionless. Smoke hissed from beneath the water. Someone yelled, "He's burning." Panic exploded. By the time the first responders arrived, Mason was dead. The autopsy later confirmed death by electrocution. The source? An electric snow shovel, submerged and rewired into the pool's filtration system. But the question that haunted everyone was why, and who was the real target? Detective Ava Moreno arrived just after p.m. The flashing lights of patrol cars lit up the Gallagher estate like a crime scene movie set. Officers had cordoned off the pool, the tent, even the guest bathroom. Ava stepped carefully around shattered glass and wet footprints. She was tall, composed, and hard to impress. This wasn't her first case involving Clearwater's elite, but it was the first one where someone ended up cooked in a pool. The body had already been bagged, but the scene still stank of chlorine and charred skin. "What's that smell?" she asked. "Wires melted," said Officer Briggs, frowning near the pool pump. "There's a shovel down there, electric, wired into the cleaning system." He pointed to a tangle of scorched cable running from the pump box to a floating extension cord that traced back to the back patio. "Who the hell puts an electric shovel in a pool?" "Someone who wanted to kill," Briggs said quietly. "Who's the victim?" "Mason Tillman, CPA for the city. Big name in the finance office." Wife's in shock. "She said he never swims at parties, was just trying to impress the mayor." Ava raised an eyebrow. "Was the mayor in the pool at any point tonight?" Briggs hesitated. "No, but someone wanted him to be," Ava finished. Her eyes scanned the patio. Partygoers were being escorted to the tent for questioning. The air was thick with whispers and suspicion. "Start compiling the guest list," she said, "and get me security footage. I want to know who touched that cord." Claire Gallagher sat on the porch steps, arms crossed, knuckles white. "He wasn't supposed to be here," she said when Ava approached. "Mason wasn't on the list." "Who invited him?" Claire hesitated. "Ryan, my brother. They went to high school together. He said Mason was helping with Dad's retirement fund paperwork." Ava glanced over at Ryan, who was nursing his third drink under a tree. "Where were you when Mason went into the pool?" Claire scoffed. "Running this damn party. Catering, music, mayor's toast. I was everywhere." She stood up, eyes hard. "You think I killed someone in my father's pool? During his party?" "Not yet," Ava said calmly. "But the shovel was rigged to the pool system. Someone planned this." Claire's lip trembled for just a second. This was supposed to be perfect. He served this town for 30 years. He deserved better than this. Ava didn't disagree, but perfect parties made the perfect covers, and family secrets always boiled beneath the surface. Ryan Gallagher was drunk, bitter, and just coherent enough to say too much. "Mason was a snake," he muttered. "He wasn't some innocent guy. He was skimming off the top." "Skimming what?" Ava asked. "City funds. Grants. He had a backdoor into the finance system." "You think my dad didn't know?" "Did he?" Ryan's jaw locked. "That's your job, detective." Ava didn't blink. "You invited Mason. You knew he wasn't on the official guest list. Why?" Ryan swirled his drink. "I told him to come because Dad wanted to talk to him. Make a deal." "What kind of deal?" Ryan leaned in. "The kind you make when there's 10 years of cooked books, and a reporter sniffing around. Ava stiffened. So Mason was a liability. Or a patsy, Ryan said, smirking. Depends who you ask. The tech team finally cracked into the Gallagher estate's Wi-Fi, logs, and backyard surveillance. Two things stood out. At 5:14 p.m., someone logged into the Gallagher smart device app used to control the pool, pump, and electrical outlets. At 5:17 p.m., the outlet near the patio, the one connected to the electric shovel, was remotely turned on. The user, an account named HG Fam Control, password protected, admin level access. Only 3 people had the password: Claire, Ryan, and Henry Gallagher himself. But Henry had been on stage with the jazz band at that exact time. Claire had been with the caterers. Ryan had been missing for about 20 minutes. The pieces were starting to shift, but the motive was still cloudy, until the files on Mason's laptop came in. Mason's laptop revealed a spreadsheet that was devastating. Millions in municipal funds rerouted into dummy accounts. The transactions stretched back 8 years. Fake companies, shell contracts, all approved by Mayor Henry Gallagher's signature, but someone else had been signing for him. A handwriting analysis done swiftly, thanks to a tip from Mason's wife, confirmed it. Claire Gallagher. She'd been her father's executive assistant for over a decade, handled his scheduling, managed his documents, witnessed his signature, and in many cases, forged it. Ava called Mason's wife, Eliza Tillman, for another interview. She was quiet, pale, and holding a grief-stricken calm that only survivors know. I think he knew he was in danger, Eliza whispered. He said he had dirt on Claire, said he was going to confront her. Why the party? He wanted witnesses, leverage. He thought if he came here, told her in front of people, she couldn't make a move. But someone made one anyway, Ava said. Eliza nodded, then whispered, he thought Claire was stealing. He thought if he exposed her, she'd bring everything down. And just like that, Ava knew. Mason wasn't the target. Claire was. Someone set up the pool, expected Claire to make her grand "thank you" toast near the edge. But Mason went in first. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong corpse. It was a single fingerprint that broke the case wide open, found beneath the duct tape that secured the shovel to the pool hose. It wasn't Claire's, or Ryan's. It was Henry Gallagher's. When Ava confronted him, the old mayor didn't blink. He was going to ruin my family, he said. So you rigged the pool to kill your daughter? Ava asked, stunned. No, thought she'd rigged it to kill me. His voice broke. I found the wires earlier that day. I panicked. Thought Claire had discovered the embezzlement. Thought she blamed me for it. I didn't tell anyone. Just shut the box, hoping maybe she'd back down. But you turned the power on, Ava said. He nodded. I wanted to scare her, just enough. But Mason jumped in instead. Henry lowered his head. I never meant for anyone to die, but someone did. And Henry Gallagher, beloved mayor, community hero, was handcuffed on his own lawn. The story made national headlines. Mayor's party turns deadly in electric pool murder. The embezzlement charges alone were enough to bury Henry for life. Claire cooperated with investigators. She admitted to forging a few minor documents, but claimed ignorance of the millions funneled under her nose. With no proof of intent, she avoided charges. Ryan vanished from Clearwater within a week. The estate was seized. The town named the park after Mason Tillman, and Ava Moreno closed the file. But sometimes, late at night, she'd stare at the case photos, especially the one of the shovel in the water, the power cord snaking like a serpent, and the reflection of Henry Gallagher above it, smiling, toasting, hiding a secret that shocked everyone to the core.